Well, as always, I am the last to wind up watching this trailer, but I can't help it. They always release the trailers when I'm at work. What am I supposed to do? But hello, guys. Salty Sweet Rain here, and boy oh boy, Sims 4 has just released yet another trailer for yet another expansion pack. This one is the Sims 4 Horse Ranch official reveal trailer, which, I'll be honest, I'm one of the few people who was completely ambivalent about horses. Like, I didn't really care about them in The Sims 3. I know everybody else was, like, really hoping for, like, horses when pets came out. And I was just kind of, like, on the fence about it. It's like, I was like, oh, they're not including horses, but they did, like, the cats and dogs? I mean, okay, I guess, but, like, now, like, they're adding horses as, like, a horse ranch expansion pack. And I do feel like that would probably have more to do. And I have seen the pictures. I'll be honest, when I saw the pictures, I was more excited about the goats and lambs than I was about the horses. I don't know why, because goats and lambs, it's not like I was asking for goats and lambs in The Sims 4. But I saw them, like, in, like, the little leak pictures, and, like, they just looked so cute, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need these. But anyways, enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer, because I haven't actually seen it yet. So, let's go ahead and see what this is all about. The video for you guys might be a little squished, but who cares? I'm also kind of going to be partially blocking it, or at least my little avatar is. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and turn down the volume I'm recording the trailer in, because that's going to probably overpower... Anyways. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. And of course, it's rated T. Oh yeah, that is a little loud. Okay. Are we getting our lesbian cowgirls? Are we getting the lesbian cowgirls? Oh my gosh. Horse Ranch expansion pack. But hey, we got like a whole little like saloon town. I'm just like absorbing everything right now. I can't. Oh, look at the goats. Okay, the goats are adorable. And the horses have different hairstyles, mane styles. I'm guessing that that's going to be a skill, horseback riding. You've got the little juice making thing. Making some grape juice. Folks can live out their horse girl story dreams here. Oh, and you're getting headbutted by a little goat. Oh my gosh. Ah, yes. Okay, yeah, this is probably gonna be cute. I mean, I'm looking at this and this is pretty cute. And you've got like little... that horse statues remind me of the cow statues from Chicago. Of course, there's different ways to ride as well. My sister would probably be like... I kind of should have my sister in here to look at this instead, because she knows more about horses than I do. But hey! Of course, like, there's a little place where you can, like, go for a ride. Places to learn tricks and stuff. I can't quite tell what's new and what's not, aside from, like, clearly, like, a lot of these outfits are new. Gonna be, like, a lot of stuff for, like, your cow folks. Cowboys, cowgirls, cow folks. Anyways, buy by August 31st to get a bunch of extra stuff. But anyways, so that is apparently all the stuff in the trailer. Like... was that a new dance over here? I can't tell. Maybe, was it just like having them like spin for a transition? That could literally just be it. I'm kind of like scrolling along here, trying to see if there is anything I missed. We have, of course, like the juice making station type thing. Not the eco-living juice making station. And we've got like this little town you can go through. It is very like kind of an old western town. This is an interesting braid style, and then there are some very interesting hairstyles and interesting looks. I'm kind of... I don't know, it's not, like... I'm gonna be honest, it's not necessarily my aesthetic, but I do see the appeal for people, for like, my sister probably all over this. Like I mentioned her earlier, my sister was the horse girl in our family. My sister was like the one who was obsessed with horses. She took horseback riding lessons like all through like high school and up until like she left for college the first time. Except that like eventually like where was the bit when like the horse bucked her off? Because my sister had that happen to her a few times. My sister had that happen to her. We wound up getting a concussion. Then she got hit. Then like she got into like a minor car wreck and got a concussion then. And then like another time she got bucked off of a different horse, got a concussion. So she can't do horseback riding as much anymore because like it is a strenuous activity. Like watching this, it definitely looks like it is like something where you're gonna have to like, build up the skill for horseback riding, and it is a skill. And I think it also like it depends on the bond if the horse doesn't get spooked as well. It'd be really interesting if they go in depth into that. Like you look at me, I'm actually like talking about like, oh, what if the mechanics were like this or what the mechanics were like that. I'm just like if there was multiple factors into like how well the horse riding actually goes, like if it's more than just like riding the horse, if it's more than like building up the skill, if it's also a matter of your bond with this particular horse plus like other environmental factors, like if there's a thunderstorm, the horse might get spooked and that would cause them to like rear and buck you off regardless, or stuff like that. Like there's so many different factors that could go into the like how well like riding a horse goes. But honestly, I'm like the horses are the thing I'm kind of like the most ambivalent on. Like the horses, like yes, this is what it is about. Okay, what about everything else? Like that's kind of how I am personally. I don't know, I'm just not a horse person. Maybe I'm also just a tiny bit scared of him, because have you seen a horse in real life? Like, those of you who aren't horse people, have you ever walked up to a horse in real life? Have you seen the size of them? I am a tall person. These things are huge. Like, horses are bigger than people think. They are massive. Horses are massive. But anyways, there should also be, if I'm not mistaken, there should also be a little, like some extra info on the game as well. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so we've got the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack. We've got like the extra reveal trailer. Okay, make a life. Get up early in the morning, look out the big open countryside, know that all your work is worth it. Spend your days keeping your animals happy and clean, harvesting prairie grass to feed them, collecting horse manure to fertilize your plants, and making your own nectar to sell. Do it all on the ranch you designed, whether that means a traditional cabin or a big red barn. You can like see over here, you've got like the little lamb is being like taken care of. Like, I don't think we're gonna get full grown sheep. I think we're just gonna get like little lambs, which... What? That actually... Did we see any full-grown sheep? Why would we have lambs when we don't have sheep? That's interesting. Anyways, but like even with goats, like there are pygmy goats. My uncle has a bunch of goats, and he brought like 2 little lambs for us to see when we went to visit him. And like my mom was actually like picking them up and moving them when they needed to be like wrangled, and I was like, Mom, I didn't expect you to do this, and she loved these goats. I was not expecting that. I don't know why I'm so much more interested in the goats and lambs than I am in the horses, but I don't know. And then of course you can like build like the whole cabin thing. I'm not much of a builder, so I don't really know what I would do with that. Bond with animals. Yes. Fill your ranch with animal friends and carve out a life together. Your horses, including adorable foals, are a part of your household and have lots of special interactions with both Sims and other horses. You can also care for mini goats and mini sheep, and invite neighbors to come see how cute they are. Okay, so they're mini sheep. Is there such a thing as pygmy sheep? Because I know there's pygmy goats. And that does not surprise me. Pygmy goats, like, I was like looking at it like, yep, these are gonna be pygmy goats. And oh my gosh, look at the one back there. Look at the little goat back there. It looks like they've just like fallen on their back. Like, have you seen like when goats get scared and they just like fall on their back with their legs in the air? wonder if we're gonna get screaming goats too. Are they gonna scream like people? That'll be great. Give me screaming goats, please. Anyways, join a thriving community. Living on a ranch has its moments of peace and solitude, but there's also a lively social scene. Your Sims can go into town to meet friends at the bar, blow off steam at the dance hall, or train at the equestrian park. They can also host events like cookouts and dances on their own property and hire a ranch hand to help when the work builds up. That's actually pretty interesting to me. Like, being able to, like, have the whole, like, hire somebody specifically to help out with, like, the animals and potentially plants as well. Like, that's different from, like, hiring, like, a maid to help with your general chores or the butler. This is specifically to help with the animals. I'm wondering, like, how efficient they're gonna be, because, like, Sims always have a mind of their own, no matter what. Let's see, and then is the dance hall gonna be just, like, is the dance hall just a bar, or is it gonna be, like, a whole new lot type? I do like... See, here I can actually see some of the new outfits. I love this lady's outfit here. I do love those braids there. Of course, you've got, like, the typical, like, cow print stuff, and the kind of dusty-looking pants. Like, this does look good. Oh my gosh, look at the stonework. Okay, this just looks like, I feel like I've been there. And I know I haven't, this is a build, but this looks like a place that I've been and feel nostalgic about. I don't know what place this would be, but, like, my parents both came from, like, the Western US. I don't know if, like, I don't know, like, how far, like, west some of you folks live. Some of you guys might live in the UK and stuff. But my parents were both, like, born in, like, the western side of the US. I live in the Midwest. I've grown up in the Midwest. Technically, I was born in California, but, like, I left when I was, like, 4 years old. But, like, every time we go on vacation, we usually go on, like, road trips through, like, Wyoming. Like, it takes us, like, through Wyoming and, like, New Mexico and places like that. And we always, like, wind up stopping at places that have interiors like this. And this just looks so familiar. And yet I've never been there. It just looks like I don't know. It's nostalgic in a way that... I don't know. Boy, is that a new railing up there too? That is fun. I do like that. I don't know if it's new actually. But anyways, I'm just obsessing over this and I don't know why. I do like the walls though, the stonework walls. Anyways, let's move on. Raise horses, which of course is what this is all about. Horses are a part of the family. Customize hoofed friends and create a sim, or get new horses by rescuing or purchasing them. Foals can be born on your ranch. Sims can learn the riding skill, and horses can train the agility and jumping skills. Skilled horses and riders can even win awards at the equestrian center. Okay, so like this is like... What about the rescuing thing? Where does, like, is that different from, like... So you can purchase them, but then the rescuing thing... I'm curious, is this gonna be, like, similar to, like, when you adopt cats and dogs? Like, oh, they were relinquished to a shelter and you would take them? Or is this gonna be, like, your typical horse girl story where, like, oh, there's, like, this wild mare who's untamable and you're gonna, like, go out and find her trapped in a bramble bush and... like, nurse her back to health, but she's going to, like, bite at you until you form that bond. I don't know. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying this to, like, mock horse girls or anything. Like, my sister's a horse girl. I've just, like, seen every horse girl story there is. And it's like, yes, this is the story. I shouldn't mock it. I love How to Train Your Dragon. Somebody said, like, hey, isn't How to Train Your Dragon a horse girl story, technically? And except it's dragons instead, and it's like, you know what? You're right. Darn it. But, like, like, not even darn it, but it just, like, oh, I never thought of it that way kind of thing, but, you know. But this does look like fun. It's not something that I was personally hoping for, but I know a lot of people were. A lot of people were looking forward to this being a pack, and this is going to be fun for them, and I know there's some people who are also, like, going to be saying, oh, why wasn't this a part of, like, cats and dogs? I mean, like, to be, like, I've always been ambivalent about the horses back then, and it was called Cats and Dogs, but then they like, made, like, a DLC for the DLC, which why? Why was that a thing? You can't buy the other DLC without buying the first DLC. Whatever. But then, there are also some people saying, why wasn't this included in Cottage Living? The thing is, like, these are totally different vibes. Like, Cottage Living was like the countryside in the UK type of thing. Henford-on-Bagley is very, like, has very, like, English, UK, British themes. Like, the countryside there doesn't look like the American countryside. This looks like the American, like, Wyoming, Colorado, all those kinds of places. But, like, that doesn't fit the Henford-on-Bagley vibe, so I do get it. Plus, I know, like, there are horses in the UK, but, like, is it quite the same? Like, when people think, like, of a horse ranch, I don't know. They're like, my sister was also just watching Spirit recently, so I'm just, like, thinking, like, oh yeah, the US has, like, wild Mustangs, or had, I don't know if they still do. Like, there's wild horses, or were wild horses, I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting onto tangents I don't know anything about, so feel free to ignore those, but this is cute. I don't know if I'm gonna do a Let's Play of it. Like, I don't know what I would do for a Let's Play of it if I did. But it is cute, and I am interested in seeing where this goes. I am definitely gonna get it. Oh my gosh, the goats, though. The goats and the lambs. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with them. I'm very curious how this is gonna go. I am curious about it. I'm very curious about it. So, I guess I'm gonna leave this video here. I don't know. I'm very curious what direction this is gonna take, because it looks interesting. It's like not something that's like I personally was like looking forward to, but I know a lot of people were, and that's awesome. Like, a lot of people were saying, we need horses, we're getting horses, and the horses look cool. I'm wondering, like, I do hope that, like, it's more the horse riding is a little bit more dynamic, but this is The Sims, I'm not expecting it. But there is, like, a lot that, like, at the very least, like, these interior stuff, this stonework and everything, that just, it looks so familiar to me, just nostalgic, so, I don't know, it's not home because I never lived in a place like this. But a part of me wants to say home, but I've never lived in a place with this kind of stonework. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to leave this off here. So guys, if you enjoyed, please be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any ideas for, like, should I do a little Let's Play of the Horse Ranch expansion pack? Or if you have any ideas for, like, what I could do when it comes out? And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, and I will see you in the future. Stay safe out there, everybody.